Hey everybody, today Rahdo runs through a quick top 10 of 2014 update. And that is because when I did my top 10 of 2014 on Christmas Day 2014, at that point I had not played all of the games of 2014 that I felt had a good shot of making it into my personal top 10. And so I promised on that Christmas Day to all of you that I would return in April, having played a whole bunch more games, which I have done. Believe me, I have played a lot of games since then. And I'm now ready to do a full final, write it in stone, shout it from the mountaintops, 2014 top 10 games. And in fact, as it happens, 2 games have shifted out to be replaced by 2 other games. So there are a total of 4 games I'm going to talk about today. If you want to know about the other games, there's the link for it. You can hit the little eye up there. That'll take you to my original top 10 list. 8 of those games, everything I said, still stands. I still stand by all of it, but I gotta make a couple of quick course corrections. So first of all, let's talk about what the list has lost. Who has fallen? Well, for starters, Viceroy, which was my number 10 of the year because it's an excellent, excellent game. And as it happens, it's still an excellent, excellent game. It's just now my number 11. It just barely missed being in the top 10. There is a game that pushed it out, which I'll be talking about shortly. So, Viceroy, hardly knew ye. Thanks for playing. Excellent game. Everybody should be looking for it when it comes out in 2015 in an English version. I've still got the Russian version, which is what came out in 2014. All right, the other one. Now, this one has actually fallen a bit. Back in Christmas time, I had this as my number 8. Alchemist. And while this is still an excellent game, as far as Jen and I are concerned, it's still very much a keeper. We have played it now a few more times, and it has fallen a bit in our estimation. Not a huge amount. I mean, it's still a solid 8, a rock solid 8 on BGG's scale of 1 to 10, but it has dropped down into the lower 8s because the more Jen and I have played it, I didn't really quite appreciate it. I kind of knew when we were playing it originally back last year how aggressive it is and how cutthroat the worker placement is. But man, the more we play it, the more just nasty it becomes. The 2-player game specifically, where only one person can actually sell to customers every round, and it's like a really rough, and there's like this whole bidding war thing that happens. At first we thought, it's okay, it's not that big a deal. We don't really mind it too much. But the more we play and the more we found, having to really get in each other's grill because we're desperate to sell, it's just kind of tarnished it for us a little bit. Honestly, I don't think it'd be quite so bad with more players because the game becomes less cutthroat the more players you put in. But as a 2-player game, Alchemist, while still excellent, isn't really, because of that kind of nasty element to it, has kind of dropped out of the top 10. So that is what has fallen. That is what we left behind. Now let's talk about a bold and brand new future with some new games. So my new top 10 of 2014 countdown starts with my new number 10 game, Akrotiri. This game is lovely. I have done a run through for it. You can check that out. That'll be in the link of stuff on the left as well. Wonderful game. Absolutely adore it. From Jay Cormier and Sen Foon Lim, the guys, the design team who also did Belfort, which was a wonderful game. Now, this is a really, really cool, fast-playing, tile-laying game set in the Aegean Sea, the Aegean Sea, the dig site of the island of Thera, basically in ancient Greece, as we're laying these tiles out and using our ships to move around from island to island, collecting resources and bringing them back to our home base of Akrotiri, I guess, and trying to use those resources to, uncover temples to score points. The crux of the game, though, is these treasure map cards we have, which give us a rough idea of where we can find these temples we're trying to find. As we get, if I end up getting this treasure map card as an example, what it says is the temple I'm trying to find is, what is that? That is west of 2 greens, east of 2 blues, and south of 3 grays. And so, as I am laying these tiles down, and these tiles have all these symbols on here, I'm trying to lay them out in such a way that I could actually create this, a legal island that has this combination of icons on it. As you can see, I've got a handful of these, so I've got several different targets I could be trying to shoot for. And this element of the game, this having secret treasure maps and trying to lay tiles down to match them, and of course other players are laying down tiles too, and they might inadvertently end up creating the circumstances that I need. It's really brilliant. And the other interesting thing about this too is Jen and I generally hate pick up and deliver games, but this is a pick up and deliver game we actually enjoy because the pick up and delivery is a minor part of it and it's super fast. There's no tedious, all right, this turn I will move 2 spaces, and then next turn I will move 2 more spaces, next turn I will move 2 spaces, and hooray, I've delivered. It's kind of what pick up and deliver often feels like to us. It's just kind of boring, and again, tedious for lack of a better term. But in this game, your pick up and deliver is lightning fast. It just zips, 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 and is really quick and compelling and compulsive, and an interesting part of the overall puzzle that is Akrotiri, our new number 10 best game of 2014. Let's see, and now number 9 remains Paperback. Number 8 is Castles of Mad King Ludwig. Number 7 is Aquasphere. Number 6 is Orléans. Number 5 is Subdivision. Number 4 is Kanban. Number 3 is Granja. I think I'm saying that right now. I'm not supposed to, the J is silent, not Granja, but Granja. And now we have a number 2 that is brand new. And this is a big debut. And in fact, actually, some people might take offense that this is on the list at all because a lot of people consider this to officially be a 2015 game. But Roll for the Galaxy, the second best game of 2014 by Jen's and my estimation. Actually, for Jen, it's probably the best game. For me, it's the second best game. We consider it a 2014 game because you can go and look it up. It was for sale at many game stores in America in the final week of December 2014. It had, a lot of, hundreds of people had gotten it at Board Game Geek Con in November. And then it was for sale widely across the U.S. in the final week. So to me, that means it's a 2014 game, not a 2015 game. And oh my gosh, what a game it is. I've done the run through for it already. That's also on the little interactive iLink. My God, what a wonderful, wonderful, exciting game. Really captures all the feel of Race for the Galaxy, because of course this is the dice version of the seminal card science fiction game Race for the Galaxy, but with dice. And in this game, every turn, it is so much fun, so compelling and compulsive to collect your dice, roll them, manipulate them. This is arguably, I would say probably has the best dice manipulation mechanisms of any game that's ever come out, period. Absolutely love the dice manipulation in this game. And of course, a good modern dice Euro has to have good dice manipulation, being able to re-roll dice or, flip a die so you can turn it from a 1 to a 6 or from a 3 to a 4. There's lots of different games that have done lots of different ways to do dice manipulation, but the dice manipulation in Roll for the Galaxy is just superb. And you have so much control of those dice. When you roll them, you have so many ways to create wild cards out of your dice and bend them to your will as you are building up your space empire at hyper speed. This game is super fast. Jen and I, we've got it down to where we can finish a game in like 20 minutes and want to go again. We love it so much. We have played this game more than any other game so far in 2015. Jen's just always wanting to get this game out and play it over and over and over again. And it's just fantastic. Again, you can go check out my run through for more, but that was my number 2. And then my number 1 remains the same. Where was it? On my shelf. You'd think I would know. It's just we've been playing, oh, here we go. We've been playing so much Roll for the Galaxy that we have, I have to admit, slowed down a bit on Shadowrun Crossfire. We were playing this thing a couple of times a week, which for us is a really big deal because, as you may know, I have to play a lot of games. I'm always constantly playing new games, but we were always making time for Shadowrun Crossfire. Now that has kind of fallen to the wayside for Roll Through the Galaxy, but it doesn't change the fact that I have played this game close to 40 times now, and I still haven't gotten tired of it. I've still only played the Crossfire mission. I haven't even touched the extraction mission that comes with the game. Jen and I have leveled up quite a bit. Everything I said about before still stands. Love that game so much. If Roll for the Galaxy had persistence in it, it probably would have bumped up to number one. But the persistence in Shadowrun Crossfire, plus the incredibly smart, clever, compulsive, challenging, cooperative play of Shadowrun Crossfire still keeps it at number one, with Roll for the Galaxy nipping at its heels at number two. And that's it, folks. That's the update. That is my pencils down final answer, the top 10 games of 2014. Now, coming pretty soon, I will be doing a geek list where I go through all the games of 2014, as I do every year. If you want to know when that's going to come out, just subscribe to my guild, which is http://guild.rahdo.com, and when that geek list goes up, it'll be announced there. So you can hear what Jen I thought of pretty much every single game that we played in 2014. That'll be coming soon, before the end of the month. And otherwise, folks, that's it. That's the update. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. So long. Bye-bye.